Yeah, you
All
can start
right,
now.
I will start. Hello, traders. It is my joy and honor to be here with you this early afternoon. In this webinar, I will be presenting how precise and predictive alpha Fibonacci method can improve your trading. But first, I would like to remind you an extremely important disclaimer that nothing in this webinar constitutes a financial advice. Past performance does not guarantee future results. No student had ever been paid for testimonial. Software and systems shown as is without any guarantees. And I hope you trade with risk. You can personally afford to trade across all instruments. This is absolutely required disclaimer. So let's move forward with the exciting part. As this webinar, I will be covering how Alpha Fibonacci predictive precision system had been traded by traders of all levels in US and globally since 2011. How Alpha Fibonacci system and software identifies precise entry stops and targets across all instruments. I will be diving how to uncover how to remove pain and speculation from trading with precise alpha Fibonacci simplicity. And most importantly, I will be diving into very special bootcamp offer with savings up to $10,000. So briefly about myself, I arrived to US from USSR as a classical concert pianist. Without a word of English, I dove straight into medical field and I worked in Johns Hopkins psychiatry and research for years. 2004, I discovered my passion to developing my own systems that I continue doing every single day for the last 21 years. I choose not to work for financial institutions. I choose to teach and develop my own systems. I travel all over the world teaching institutional traders, hedge fund managers, as you will see next. I was teaching this morning, I was developing my own system. 2011, I founded Fibonacci Trading Institute and Fibonacci Trading YouTube channel. On the website, you can also see our podcast channel where students sharing their experience and their success journeys with Fibonacci Trading Institute. I live and breathe what I do, and throughout this webinar, I hope I will dive deep into predictive precision of the alpha Fibonacci system that starts with pure price. So this was one of the biggest discoveries for me personally ever. When I started building my own system in 2004, I was blown away when one day I thought I was looking at one instrument, but then I recognized I was actually looking at something completely different. So this was a huge discovery for me personally that confirms that every single instrument has identical price action. Some more volatile, some more liquid, some less liquid. But however, if I would bring to your attention the chart, no one can tell what instrument this is. No one knows. This is clearly pure price. This is clearly pure price. This is price. This is price. This is price. Absolutely. But no one knows what instrument this is and no one knows what time frame. But if I bring to your attention how powerful this is, and when you recognize, my goodness, Tesla looks exactly the same as S&P 1-hour chart. S&P weekly looks exactly the same as Bitcoin, looks exactly the same as Euro. So that's the core and the basis of the Alpha Fibonacci system. This is what every single strategy I ever developed, just to give you a glimpse, what I'm working on right now, based on pure price. This is my work. This is my proprietary systems. This is what I've done for the last 21 years. So when you understand how powerful pure price is, and you understand when you trade pure, you can trade any instrument you choose. Throughout this webinar, I will show you how Alpha Fibonacci forms all markets into precise puzzle. So I'm absolutely honored when Goldman making me an offer, but I'm absolutely remain firm. I have no interest working in cubicle in New York. I love where I live. I cherish my freedom. But yes, I teach institutional traders, and I am absolutely honored of Goldman interest in my work. But I choose to travel the world. I choose to see our global community. I was invited to a wedding in India last year. I met with students in Switzerland, in California, and this is few of our global community members. Emmanuel brought his wife to the course. They both full-time traders. Richard retired trading the system. Ken is a crypto trader. My movie about Fibonacci Trading Institute, I will show you later. Sam's daughter graduated Harvard with Sam's trading the options. William is my dearest student for life. I'm working with him tomorrow morning. I've been working with him for the last 15 years. Every year he signs up for new system I ever develop. So this is traders all over the world that trading alpha Fibonacci system, and every single one of the traders trades on different instrument, different time frame, different platform. So this is my biggest marketing power, our global community, where fathers bringing their children, husbands bringing their wives, brothers bringing their brothers, friends bringing their friends to the courts to trade proprietary alpha Fibonacci system, as this playing out in front of you live. So let's dive straight into it. This is S&P mini future with proprietary Fibonacci settings that will come from any platform where you insert Fibonacci retracement tool. But what is so powerful about this? This is predictive. So let me show you how you knew well before FOMC that this was the place to buy. By applying proprietary settings and proprietary rules, you knew this many days in advance. Here's the system on September 15th. Market moving lower, and days in advance, you know, well before FOMC, as we're discussing with students in the course. No matter what chart you trade, this is black and white. This is the best place to be. Because this is not just retail, this is institutional buy point. So if you understand that FOMC was a historical event last week, you are seeing clearly how alpha Fibonacci system picked up the bottom. This was the start of the rally. And again, doesn't matter if you're trading 5, 10, 15, any chart, this was a start until price reached reversal zone. A week later, 5 days later, correct? So you know all of this in advance. So when we come to the markets on Monday, price sitting very, very pretty at reversal zone. I'm sorry, not 9:15. Let's keep a week forward, 23rd. A week after FOMC, correct? Here comes the reversal zone. Here comes the start of the selling pressure. Market was stuck in brutal and horrific correction for 20 plus hours. As we were discussing with students, intelligent trader on sideline. Only when price breaks through this level, you monitor for sure. So let's dive into what's playing out in front of you live, shall we? This is the market right now this morning. It is black and white as we discussed with my students. Market oversold, monitor for bullish reversal. All of these trades played out from the bottom, no matter what chart you trade. In the course you learn this is very powerful level. This is critical key target. This is the reason this is bold green zone. And if you decide to add software to day trade futures for NinjaTrader 8, this is how long alerts will show up. In addition to very powerful bold green zone, where S&P mini future skyrocketed from this morning. However, to warn you, this bullish pullback extremely weak. This is only retail rally. Institutional market reached alpha Fibonacci reversal zone. And let me remind you where it came from, please. This is before the rally. Tariff war zone. The world is terrified. There is no good news. Here comes scuffle between Trump and Elon Musk, correct? But intelligent trader very well prepared, knowing quite well. This is a place you monitor for long as intelligent strategic chess. Here comes oversold market. Again, reflect on that. This is $1 trillion start of the rally. This is identical level playing out in front of you live on any micro chart on S&P and Nasdaq and most futures you choose to trade. Again, you know this hours and days in advance. On institutional chart, you know this months in advance. This is predictive precision. You also know many months in advance where price skyrocketing to and the reason for this selling pressure. S&P longer at 5,000 level. This morning S&P in very different place. Selling pressure is on. Today is extremely important day as price testing critical key support to the downside. If this level remains intact, it's only retail correction. Intelligent trade understands months in advance. Response at 6,200. If this level is out, will define markets for years and years to come. And that's institutional chart that allows you to use as investment chart, as an options chart, as well as critical key guidance if you want to trade with institutions. Until price comes to reversal zone, you've been looking for longs, not shorts, no matter how small or large lot size you trade. That's it. And that's a reason for selling pressure. And that's a stunning reminder. When you trade one, you can trade them all with alpha Fibonacci system. Identical level in a play this morning as on institutional chart in the month of April. Again, on this chart, there is no software. You simply insert the levels and apply the rules, which you can find on any platform you choose to trade. Interactive brokers, TradeStation, MT4, MT5 crypto platforms. But let's take a look what Nasdaq is doing right now. As Nasdaq reached the end of the minor trend, correct? Again, buyers stepped in with vengeance from this level. You are not shorting into, you are buying from. But this is extremely important level in front of you now. And again, identical structure on Nasdaq institutional chart as it is on S&P. Charts are twins. That's it. Pure and simple. So if you're investing on Fidelity or day trading on Ninja, you have multiple options available to you. As throughout this event, we will discuss oil, gold, S&P, euro, pound, crypto. So here's one of my favorite reasons why I live and breathe what I do is Michael been with me for 15 years. He brought his daughter to me when she was 12 to trade. Emma right now is 17. I'm working with Michael tomorrow morning. Now Michael is a prop firm trader. So this is the stories are the reason I keep saying no to financial institutions. As Michael and I are joking, this picture is 15 years old. We need to update it. So when you come to the website, so many times my students from all over the world drop by. You can always request invitation to the trading room. But on the website, when you click on a section podcast, you will see podcasts with traders all over the world. And you will see so much more next, as again and again and again. These are journeys of traders who came to me 99% of the time with huge, huge struggles, not anymore. So many of traders who come to me continue learning new strategy I develop. So that's the journey, global journey of Fibonacci Trading Institute. Next month, we celebrate 15-year anniversary. Traders from young as 12, complete beginner traders, hedge fund traders, JP Morgan traders, all over the world trading alpha Fibonacci system. Tomorrow morning, I'm working with prop firm trader in Dallas, a regular retail trader in Chicago, trader in New Jersey. I'm working with heart surgeon, brain surgeon in private mentoring. So every single one of the traders trading alpha Fibonacci system on different instrument, different time frame, different platform. So 99% of thousands of traders I worked with since 2011 have been trying for so many years, working and trading and trying with speculative delayed indicators, random entries, random stops, random targets. None of that is part of the alpha Fibonacci system. All precise, all rule-based. Simply apply the rules and you make a personal decision on the instrument and time frame you want to trade. I especially love working with traders who know how to play chess, how to catch a fish, who are very, very disciplined tennis players, race car drivers, who already know how essential and crucial discipline is. There is nothing possible in trading without discipline. But when you apply clear rules, you start seeing very powerful moment. Trading is no longer complex. Trading is no longer difficult. Pure price is the answer. So when you stop loading indicators on your chart and you have a freedom to trade any instrument you choose, and you have opportunity to buy NVIDIA at the bottom, and you know this many months in advance, there is zero interest beating yourself up if day trading is not for you. So here's NVIDIA in February 2025. NVIDIA is selling off. No one should be surprised that bullish rally came to critical key alpha Fibonacci target. And as always, price moves one step at a time. And again, rules are met, take a trade. Here comes very powerful bullish point of entry. And again, if you're day trading stocks, of course you can. Here comes the start of the bullish rally. If you want to day trade, of course you can. But if you prefer to look at the charts once a day, once a week, and months, that's how institutional traders trade. Since alpha Fibonacci buy point, NVIDIA doubled in value. Reason for correction on NVIDIA right now is because NVIDIA came to alpha Fibonacci reversal zone. We're testing reversal zone, NVIDIA in bearish correction. And with the power of the alpha Fibonacci system, you knew this since the month of April. And I show in a single class how you can backtest the system going back years. As next, we will dive into multiple other instruments. So choice is yours. If you want to trade S&P, NASDAQ, or NVIDIA, absolutely your personal decision. Because when Terry came to me, and I work with Terry tomorrow morning, he was incredibly struggling trader. He was so upset on call when he called me. He said to me that he was so burned. He was so exhausted. Right now, he's obsessed with my system. He's solid prop firm trader. Tomorrow morning, I work with him. Terry signed up for the advanced and other systems I developed. This is an updated email from Terry, and you can listen to his podcast. As Terry says, I have gone weeks at a time without losing a trade. Alpha Fibonacci system prepares me to trade each morning with precision. allowing me to take advantage of market moves accurately on entry, stop placement, and profit targets. Terry is an accomplished trader now. There is no more pain. There is only confidence, as every single day he's sharing his results with traders. And that's showing you, first time Terry came to me was the month of July. We're only in September. So when you trade proprietary alpha Fibonacci software for futures, it comes to multi-market scanner and trade recognition software. So for example, Terry's favorite instrument is NASDAQ. Platform traders love volatility of NASDAQ. But if you want to trade the S&P or gold or oil or Dow, any future, of course you can. Absolutely your personal decision. Because this is simplicity and purity of the system. System giving you an alert, showing you entry, stop, and target, and you have to make the best decision you can to identify, are you trading with institutional bias or are you going for small micro targets? So this is how short displays with the software. This is how long displays on Dow futures. This is another long on S&P, pure and simple. This is another short on gold futures. And that's simplicity and precision of the system that removes complexities, removes noise, allows trader to focus on precise simplicity, all instruments, all time frames, all platforms. One of my favorite examples, always working with children, my students. During COVID, Dominic was so bored. His father, hedge fund manager in London, my client, he said, how about my son? Let's see what he can do. He's trading completely different instrument than his father. Dominic loves futures. And you can listen to father and son podcasts. As again, it always shows you how simple and pure the system is. Father and son trading entirely different instruments, completely different on completely different platform. Andy and Dominic in London, Michael and Emma in Carolina. That's it. Every single one of these traders, different account, different background. Alpha Fibonacci trading system consists only of pure price for entry with proprietary alpha Fibonacci retracements for exits. I do not use standard Fibonacci numbers. I developed my own strategies, my own numbers. So when you understand that there is no more pain, stress, confusion in chasing the markets and losing money, you develop self-awareness and make a personal decision on the instrument you want to trade. So this is one of my favorite charts. Why? Because there are so many negative events played out. But this is the S&P mini future that reflects US stock market since 2022. When systems spelled out, this is the ultimate place to buy. War in Ukraine, worse than ever. US inflation skyrockets, but massive, vicious institutional buying is on. And when Middle East crisis starts, no one should be surprised. The S&P skyrocketed drastically higher, correct? And this morning you are reminded we are no longer at institutional buy point, correct? We are in an extremely different place. That's it. So when you start using your limitless brain and you understand worst events, the spectacular bullish rally. But remember where to exit your long. Pablo was a complete beginner trader. When he came to me, he was a stressed out attorney. He hated being an attorney. He said, tell me what to do. I just want to trade. This morning I spoke with Pablo. Today he's a prop firm trader. You can listen to his podcast. He's not just trading futures, he's also trading stocks and options. And he is a prop firm trader at Substack Trader. My dearest friend for life, he's in Spain. Traders all over the world, trading all instruments, all time frames, all platforms. And that's precise strategic trading chess, as we already reviewed in NVIDIA. So when you're trading markets only with institutions, you stop gambling, you stop speculating, you stop buying institutional entries at the bottom and start understanding clearly where to exit your trade. So here we go. Let's walk step by step on what's playing out on Apple now. Flawless bullish point of entry on Apple at 130 level, at reversal zone. So let me take you back as I was teaching institutional class this morning, so you could see how well before the election you knew where the problem on Apple will be. Here's Apple in August 2024. Bullish rally overextended, Apple starts selling off, correct? Here is Apple after the election. Here we are. January 31st. Apple came to the end of the minor trend, correct? Which is exactly the level Apple testing this morning. Apple sold off from this level, found buyers at critical key alpha Fibonacci buy point. That's it. No speculation, no gambling here. Ultimate precision only. And that's Apple for the last 3 years. So if you obey the rules, if you look on the chart once a week, as I constantly remind my traders, fortune in day trading is not for everyone. Not everyone wired to day trade. In order to become successful day trader, you must be obsessed with financial markets, not money. But if you love the money, you love the game, and you want to remain consistently profitable, trade daily, trade weekly, trade monthly. You don't have to day trade to become a successful trader. And again, if you want to day trade Apple, of course you can. You would be buying the bottom on Apple with institutions, knowing quite well this level is out, this level to follow on Apple. That's it. Historical event on Apple at historical high playing out today. How to trade this, you learn in the course. But here's my favorite event on Tesla. Why is this so powerful? Because well before the election, well before Elon Musk joined Trump, you knew where Tesla would crash and burn from. Richard, cancer surgeon, joined the course being in complete panic. He didn't know what to do. He was in shock. Tesla was in free fall. Today, Richard is my dearest friend for life. He knows how to manage his investments on Tesla extremely well. So here's Tesla in July 2024. Tesla heading higher and higher and higher. And you know this many months in advance, as price always moves one step at a time. Here's Tesla 2 months after the election. Here's Tesla in free fall. All of this independent of the news. By the end of January, Tesla's selling off. But let me remind you, very powerful event. Please pay attention. And I will remind you what played out when Tesla reached 200 level. You are not buying Tesla at reversal zone, rules are met, you take short. Here's Tesla in April. Tesla's earnings are horrific. Everyone marching, do not buy Tesla. So much noise and so much extreme events. Intelligent trader buying, not shorting Tesla. Another horrific earning, non-stop, and more craziness between Musk and Trump. Tesla doubled in value since. Despite catastrophic earnings, catastrophic events. There we go. This chart reminding you clearly, if trading on the news worked, every person would be Bill Gates. It never does. It's black and white. Everyone would be shorting Tesla. Tesla doubled in value. Everyone would be buying NVIDIA, but NVIDIA comes to critical key target and it's sold off, correct? So I will show you so many examples. We will go to Amazon next. So when you start using your limitless intelligent brain, you can trade at key institutional levels. You stop staring at the screen, you understand the power of buying the bottom and selling the top. Chart of euro is especially powerful because chart of euro showing you catastrophic global events with the biggest rally on euro ever. Here's a reminder of what played out on this chart. Please pay attention. 6 months after my hometown is bombed, what are my traders discussing? To buy, not to short euro, of course. Intelligent trader knows this extremely well. Here we go in July 2023. I'm sorry, 2022. My goodness, we gotta go back another year. Again, I'm showing you how you can backtest this system. The war started in February 22nd. This is 6 months after the war. End of July 22nd, world is in shock, correct? Because no one ever cared if anyone is Russian or Ukrainian. When I lived there, we're all just monks. We all spoke both languages and no one ever cared. So here comes complete shock. Here comes complete global catastrophe. Still is. But euro skyrocketing. My goodness. How is that possible? Because it reached alpha Fibonacci reversal zone. So if you understand the power of this, you are not shorting euro into reversal zone. You are monitoring for long when euro came to historical low at 96 cents. What else is so powerful? A year later, Middle East crisis starts, correct? October 7th. Aren't you supposed to short euro when global catastrophe is on? Here's euro a week after additional war in Europe. This is what happens. Euro came to critical key alpha Fibonacci buy point. Selling pressure from reversal zone is over. This is where intelligent trader monitors for long. This is where buyers stepped in with vengeance again, despite war in Europe. 2 wars. Shock or not. Bullish rally skyrockets with vengeance. And that's time and time again. Very powerful reminders. Market is strategic, intelligent, alpha Fibonacci chess. When you start using your limitless brain, the sky's the limit on any instrument you choose to trade. War in Europe becomes worse than ever. Europe continues higher and higher and higher. Today, Euro finally reached reversal zone, identified months and years in advance. Here's Euro right now, finally selling off. That's it. But if anyone's seen good news in Europe, please tell me. I would love to see one. But this is bullish rally on Euro since 96 until 1118. Euro doubled in value despite two catastrophic wars in the middle of Europe. So if you decide to trade euro, or you decide to trade Tesla, or you decide to trade Nasdaq or S&P, you're using exact same strategies from micro to macro charts. Pure and simple. Sue is my other dearest friend for life. She lost over $80,000 when she came to the course, and she told me that she felt not particularly smart, but she's incredibly accomplished programmer. She said that she thought there was something wrong with her. She absolutely killed it in the course. And right now, she's managing multiple accounts, and she's trading S&P, SPY, she's trading gold, Bitcoin, oil, silver. She's also trading stocks and QQQ, and she's using options as well. You can also listen to Sue's podcast on the website. So entirely different instrument than Michael, than Andy. Patrick. I spoke with Patrick yesterday. Patrick in his 80s. He's been my student forever. He's coming back for more and more and more. He's gonna be in Fibonacci trading bootcamp that I will share details with you. He says that he cannot get enough of my strategy, and he shares very big words, such as sweet and very kind, a very gentle man. And that's a feedback about very, very last bootcamp. This bootcamp has changed my trading. That's it. So when you understand simplicity, precision of the Alpha Fibonacci institutional entries and institutional exits you can trade with on any instrument you choose, on any time frame, on any platform. Absolutely your personal choice. So as you can see and hear on the website, stories from Bitcoin traders. So Ken is the one who made movie about Fibonacci Trading Institute celebrating 14 years. You can find on our YouTube channel, but Ken and I met in London multiple times. He's a crypto trader. You can hear his journey and story, and also there are multiple podcasts on Substack from my students. So he's trading crypto on his iPhone, and this is exactly what he trades. Let me show you, as he's trading much more than just Bitcoin. What was such a powerful event that played out on Bitcoin? This was opportunity to buy Bitcoin this April. Bitcoin right now is selling off because it reached Alpha Fibonacci reversal zone. 100 is out, Bitcoin in free fall. This is critical key, bearish correction. But if I take you back all the way to the month of March, this is how Ken trades on his iPhone. Here's March 3rd. Bitcoin selling off, coming to critical key, Alpha Fibonacci buy point. Rules are met, take a trade. That's it. So Bitcoin collapses again to this buy point. It's a phenomenal opportunity if rules are met. And you can day and position trade Bitcoin. And of course, we have traders who are trading Ethereum and other crypto pairs. Ethereum had drastically worse crash than Bitcoin. Bitcoin collapsed 25%, Ethereum collapsed 50%. Is anyone surprised what's playing out on Ethereum in front of you right now? Should not be. It's a reversal zone. Identified many, many months in advance. That's it. So choice is yours on the instrument you want to trade. As we reviewed, futures, stocks, forex, crypto. So if you understand the power of this and flexibility you have to trade any instrument you choose, all you have to do is obey the rules. Software absolutely not required. Software to day trade futures. But if you're trading on Fidelity, if you're trading on Vanguard, if you're trading Interactive Brokers, TradeStation, Thinkorswim, tasty. If you're trading MT4, MT5, all you need, Fibonacci retracement tool. So what would your trading be like if you had that freedom to trade any instrument on any platform you choose? Let's take a look on what's playing out right now on Amazon. Shall we? This is Amazon before sell-off. Amazon collapsed from 240 until 160 level. Is anyone surprised by Amazon selling off? Oops. Has anyone expected Amazon to crash? Did you know that this is what will happen? Or are you still expecting vertical rally on Amazon? Despite spectacular earnings, Amazon crashed and collapsed. But again, with a single glimpse, Alpha Fibonacci trader knew quite well where to expect to buy Amazon from. Here's Amazon on April 1st, before the start of the rally. That's it. So here we are, Amazon selling off again, reminding you. Market is flawless, predictive, precise, Alpha Fibonacci puzzle. Nowhere to enter, nowhere to exit your trade. And here comes one of my favorite examples this year. And let me show you why. Oil. I didn't even know that traders in Saudi Arabia are not allowed to short financial markets. Did you know that? Student in Saudi Arabia in shock when oil in free fall despite Russian war, correct? Isn't oil supposed to skyrocket? Of course not. Despite Russian war, oil collapsed. So here's oil before the start of the rally on March 1st, 2025. Please take a look. This is extremely important event. Again, oil selling off from reversal zone. An intelligent trader understands this is the ultimate place to monitor for long. Not here, but here, correct? So when oil collapsing and reaching reversal zone, it's a stunning reminder. As a day trader, you have opportunity to buy the bottom. As a position trader, options trader, you have opportunity to buy the bottom. There is only one obstacle that left on oil to break through this level to follow. Oil struggling for weeks, but buyers already here. Oil already skyrocketed 100 points plus. So here comes extremely important event. As the world is shocked that Trump negotiating with Iran, correct? So how is it possible that when negotiation seems to be going so well, US bombing Iran? Oops. All over the news, CNBC and everyone says, buy oil. Not so fast. Oil in free fall as it reached Alpha Fibonacci reversal zone. Yesterday morning, we were with students during oil news. Oil oversold reached critical key Alpha Fibonacci target. This is a level oil rallying from. So if you're day trading oil, you understand quite well how powerful and critical this institutional buy point is. No speculation, no gambling here, well before the news, as we are stuck between the end of the minor trend for the last 3 months. On retail chart, on day trading chart, this is a market from reversal zone on oil. That's it. This is where oil's struggling right now at this critical level. Again, bullish rally zone, an intelligent trader knew where the best buy point is present, no matter what chart you choose to trade. And that's extremely powerful events, including US dollar. Well before the election, intelligent trader knew that this is where US dollar would crash from years in advance. So I bring to your attention Alpha Fibonacci system. In 2023, this is black and white. US dollar struggling to the upside. No one knows what's going to happen with election or anything else. Here's November 2023, almost 2 years ago. US dollar reached critical key level, and intelligent trader knows many months in advance where oil heading to, US dollar heading to, one step at a time. January 2025, US dollar in free fall. So if you are day trading Forex or you position trading Forex, you're not buying this level, you're shorting from this level when the rules are met. That's it. So here we are on US dollar today. Intelligent trader understands 140 is a key level on US dollar. And that's the power of the Alpha Fibonacci system across multiple instruments, multiple time frames, including, let me see if I have gold. One moment. And if you have any questions, please do post. So if anyone would like to see gold, please let me know and I will gladly bring up the chart. So in the meantime, let me remind you, we're preparing for an extremely important event to celebrate 15 years of Fibonacci Trading Institute. Fibonacci Trading Institute celebrating 15-year anniversary in 5 days recorded trading bootcamp. So if you're joining us as a new student in private or group mentoring with a lifetime system for all platforms, with a lifetime software to day trade futures for Ninja Trader 8, bootcamp will be included. The actual value of the bootcamp, $27.77 at no extra cost to new students. I expect extreme volatility, and as traders send me emails and posts every single day, when market is so volatile and so dangerous, as we are at institutional reversal zone, intelligent trader understands more volatility, more powerful events you will learn during this bootcamp. Private mentoring, the most desirable package. I work with you one-on-one. I hold your hand. I test you. I quiz you. If you work full-time, you have full-time business, or you're on different time zone, you have access to video library awards, 300 live recorded classes. You have access to recorded bootcamp. And again, I keep you accountable. I test you. I quiz you. And I concentrate on the instrument of your choice. Group course is the most popular option. Group course with a bootcamp savings almost $8,000. Private mentoring with a bootcamp savings 10,000 plus. So when you're looking at the chart of gold, and I chose to pull up daily chart, this is the reason for selling pressure this morning on gold. Gold struggled at this level, bullish trend picked up this theme when this level is out, higher and higher and higher. That's it. Gold in correction, this is critical key level on gold. But again, I can change this chart to any chart I choose. To 60, to 5, to 10. This is retail chart. This is bearish correction on gold, as expected, as gold reached reversal zone. But zero reason to panic. It's extremely weak selling pressure. That's it. So you make a personal decision on the instrument you want to trade. In the bootcamp, I will be addressing every single question. We will be discussing futures, stocks, Forex, crypto, anything and everything students want to trade, we will be diving into. And of course, all the discussions will be playing out during live markets on S&P mini future, on Nasdaq, on Dow. with oil absolutely and gold being present in the live markets on the live charts. So if you view students' performance, students' reviews, please note, this is less than 1% of the emails I receive. I waking up every morning to text from my traders. I live and breathe what I do. So please listen to students' podcast, view students' emails, and if you come to our YouTube channel, you can see the movie student made about Fibonacci Trading Institute. Again, the full update for 15-year anniversary he is working on right now. And that's the reason I live and breathe what I do. And that's the reason I wake up at 4 a.m. every morning. So it's my joy and honor being here with you. I hope you enjoyed this webinar. If you have any questions for me, simply pick up the phone and call US +1 925 257 4298 or send me an email. And if you would like to email me your phone number, I will absolutely reach out. My team is my incredible husband and one more person. That's it. 15 years, zero marketing department, just me, my husband, and pet. No one else. My students are my marketing superpower and the reason I live and breathe what I do. So thank you so much, everyone. Please review the information on the website, and if you're serious about trading, I look forward to seeing you in the bootcamp. Sooner you sign up, much more prepared for the bootcamp you will be. Bootcamp appropriate for beginner traders, day traders, position traders, option traders, stock traders, futures traders. Absolutely. Trader psychology will be addressed throughout bootcamp. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, David. Thank you, Anka. Any questions? Thank you, David. Thank you so much.